folks, I'm out here with the old truck. Show you what's going on here. I got her running. I drove her for a couple of days, and the starter died. So let me get back up in here and show you here. Well, let me turn this around. Okay, so there's my starter. You can tell it's an old rusty crusty guy. I already checked. I've got a signal coming down to it properly. I've got a good ground, good positive. The starter's just electrically dead. It doesn't even attempt to draw any current. The connections are pretty rusty and crusty on it, but that's a good reason to replace it. You know, it's got hundreds of thousands of miles. So I got this bottom bolt right here out. I still have to get the wire separated off of it. If I can find it there. This is kind of stuck, but I can get that apart. That's no big deal. However, this top bolt is a fairly soft steel bolt in an aluminum housing. It's not captured on the back, so it's got all kinds of corrosion in it, and it was seized beyond belief. Even my little bolt extractors that have never let me down, they just kept stripping on it, rounding it even more. So there's really no other hope here to get this starter off at this point. I mean, if I had an acetylene torch, I could have probably tried heating it. I have tanks, I just don't have a torch yet. Even getting up in here with torches with my limited experience would be fire hazard galore. So I think the best bet here is to just go ahead and cut this bolt off with the angle grinder. I figured out how to get up there to it. And then since it does go all the way through, it's not captured, I'm just going to drill it out. Put another bolt through there, not a bolt through there to hold the other starter on. I ordered a cheap Chinesium starter off of eBay for 40 bucks. Brand new. We'll see how that works out. The cheapest reman you can get on this is like 160 bucks. So I'm not looking to spend that much. And I guess I could go get a junkyard starter too. That I don't have a problem with that, but that one was available. I could order it. It comes to my door. So that's what I did. I'm not in any big hurry to get this running, although I'd like to get it running in the next week or two, or starting. But yeah, after doing the intake gaskets there on that upper intake and all that work, it runs great. I just gotta get it starting again. I think I just gotta get a screwdriver up in there now. I just about got her there. I'm almost through. I just gotta see. Maybe grind on it just a hair more. There we go. Oh, man, hook air holes. Oh, crap. Man. Press that disc held together. Alright, so now I think I just gotta whack it with the hammer, and it should hopefully fall down out of here. This hammer. Mark Fox gave me this hammer. Not a lot of swing room here. Oh, this flashlight out of my way. There. All right. Well, check that out. So that piece is still seized on that bolt right there, and I whacked the starter and it just hammered it right off, or broke it right off. But there you can see where I cut into it with the cutting wheel there, which weakened it. At least the starter's out. Now I just got to worry about that. I can get up in there easier with the starter out of my way. I'll just have to put the light up here. Just gonna have to cut that piece right there off nice and flush and then drill it, make a hole. Now that that's like that, I may just be able to take, if this piece is seized in here, I may just be able to turn this whole piece with something. We'll see what I can work out. But, you know, when things like this happen to me, I just keep trying things until I eventually figure out what to do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and we'll drop the starter on out of here and I'll let you know what I find. Okay, so it's out. Boy, this starter looks like it's 8.5 million miles on it. I'm amazed it still worked. I mean, it worked right up until it didn't. I mean, the last time I started it had no starting issues at all. It started right up. It did me at least did me the honor of dying in my driveway. But yeah, the bolt that was on there for that one control wire, it used to be a 10, and then I hammered another one on there, and then I just broke that bolt off. But the wire is at least intact. So now I just gotta get that other bolt out, and the other starter's not coming for a few days. I'm waiting on it to ship, so I can go ahead and get this ready and get everything good to go. But at least I got the old one out for now. And I guess if you got a 4.2 on that top starter bolt up there, man, just I went at it with a universal spline drive for the initial slip. I should have went at it with a good strong 6-point. If I had known the bolt was that soft and it was that stuck, I would have. And so once it started to strip, there was just no hope. I have the Craftsman, you know, little, they screw in and bite on the bolts. And those things have always worked great for getting stuff out. They didn't work at all on this. Part of the reason probably was I just couldn't get it hammered on the bolt well. But even when I did finally get it to bite, it dug on down in the bolt and it just kept shearing pieces of it off. It wouldn't, the bolt was just really soft. See if I can find that bolt. I'm not even sure where it flew to. But yeah, it was pretty soft. So now I'm just going to see if I can get that out of the threads with what's left of that bolt. And if not, I'm going to have to drill it out. Okay, so this is a bonus. Got the bolt out. So once I had that exposed, I just went ahead and I hit that with a hammer and a pry bar, my little Craftsman pry bar with the striker cap. That got that loose and off of there. And then I was able to take my little Craftsman, I don't know, bolt extractor set, right? And I was able to actually lock the very smallest one around that bolt. And I had to whack it with the hammer a few times to get it seated on there good, but she bit in and she took it out. So now I can put a fresh, like, good hard grade bolt in there, and when I replace the starter, and that's all set and taken care of. So that makes me a happy person. I don't have to do any drilling up in there now. So that bolt extractor set comes in really handy in situations like this. So even though it didn't get the bolt out with the head on it, I still had to cut. I was able to eventually get it out thanks to this little set that I got on clearance at Craftsman for like 19 bucks. This is actually made by some American company. I think like Mac Tools and stuff sells the exact same one. So I'm happy at the few times I've had to use those tools. These have come in real handy. Alright, so this will be stuck in there now. I just take this little pen that comes with it and I'll put this in the vise and then just hammer that bolt out of there. But alright, so now I am ready to put the new starter in when it comes.